Now let me show you how to construct the riveted joints. Now let me show you the problem with respect to this one. Draw to 1:1 scale the top and sectional front view of a double riveted lap joint with zigzag riveting. The thickness of plate is 9 mm. Show at least 3 rivets indicate all dimension. Use snap headed rivets. Now, according to the given questions, first we have to calculate its diameter. The diameter of a rivet is given as 6 root T. Now, after substitution with T as 9 mm because we have to connect 9 mm plate of thickness. Now, the diameter of rivet is going to become 18 mm. In the same fashion, the longitudinal pitch P is going to be 3 times of diameter of the rivet, which will come around 54 mm. Then the distance of center of rivet from the edge of the plate is given as 27 mm, that is given as 1.5 D. Now the transverse pitch PT is given as 0.6 P for zigzag riveting, which is 0.6 into 54, which is going to 32.4 mm. Now you can see this is what a required riveted joint, how actually it is going to look like. Now in the examination we have to do the riveted joints in this fashion. We have to draw these things. Now let me show you how to do these things. Now the transverse pitch is nothing but the distance between two different rows is nothing but transverse pitch, which has been measured as 32.4 mm. Distance from the edge to the center of the rivet is given as 27 mm for both the plates. Then the thickness of lap plates will be always same, that is 9 mm. Then what is longitudinal pitch? The distance between two rivets, the distance between two consecutive rivets in the same row is called as longitudinal pitch. That means the distance between this rivet and distance between this rivet is nothing but the longitudinal pitch, that is given as 54 mm. In case of zigzag riveting, how we are going to get it? The PT is 32.4, but the one more column of rivet, one more row of rivet is going to be offsetted for a distance of 0.5 times of pitch, that is longitudinal pitch, which is nothing but 1.5 D, that is 27 mm. And the distance between the two consecutive pitch in the same row will always be having the longitudinal pitch P, that is 54 mm, but the two adjacent rows is having 32.4, that is called as transverse pitch. Now let me show you how to construct the same using the solid edge software. Now let me go for solid edge. Now we have done all the required setups. Now using a line command with 0.13 mm as a thickness, let me draw a lines like this, 1, 2 and 3 lines. Let me draw it. After drawing these 3 lines, somewhere from here let me draw an inclined line. In the same fashion, somewhere from here let me draw an inclined line. Now after drawing this inclined line, make use of a command called trim. Now let me trim these unwanted portions. After trimming these unwanted portions, what is the next step? Now using a line command, let me draw a line from this end point to a short distance like this. In the same fashion, from here to here, a short distance. Now using a command called angle between command, the angle between this line, so let me zoom this area, the angle between these two lines is supposed to be given as 10 degree. In the same fashion, the angle between these two lines is given as 10 degree. After giving these two necessary angles, next what is the next step? Here you can see the distance from 27 plus 32.4 plus 27, that is distance between this point and